All right, folks, welcome back to Globe Discoveries. Today, we're diving into a topic that's a huge part of the current American landscape: the states with the highest number of illegal immigrants. Whether you see them as just undocumented or have stronger opinions on immigration policies, you can't ignore the impact on each state's culture, economy, and even local politics. So what's happening? Why are some states attracting far more of these new residents than others? Stick around. You might be surprised at which states make the list. Think you know which one's at the top? Drop your guesses down in the comments below, and let's get started. Number 10, North Carolina. Starting us off is North Carolina. Yep, good old North Carolina might be known for its barbecue and college basketball, but it's also become home to an estimated 300,000 undocumented residents. That's about 3% of the state's total population. Many have come here for agriculture jobs, which makes sense when you consider North Carolina's sprawling farms. You'll also find immigrants contributing to construction, hospitality, and even tech sectors in cities like Raleigh and Charlotte. Despite the local job opportunities, life isn't easy for undocumented residents here. North Carolina has some strict laws around immigration enforcement, with a focus on checking immigration status during certain arrests. So it's kind of a paradox, a state offering job opportunities but with high risks for immigrants who want to settle down. One reason North Carolina is attracting undocumented immigrants is the agricultural economy. The state is one of the top producers of sweet potatoes, tobacco, and Christmas trees, all labor-intensive industries. For undocumented residents, these jobs offer a stable income, albeit often under challenging working conditions. North Carolina's rural areas are dotted with farms where immigrant workers play a crucial role, helping to meet the nation's agricultural demands. But it's not all rural labor. Urban centers like Charlotte, Raleigh, and Durham also have a growing undocumented population, drawn by opportunities in construction, hospitality, and even tech. These cities offer a wider range of jobs, especially with North Carolina's tech and banking industries booming in recent years. This shift has helped more undocumented workers settle into more stable year-round employment, moving beyond seasonal farm work. However, North Carolina's policies are less welcoming. The state has some strict immigration enforcement measures, including agreements with ICE that allow for collaboration in certain cases, even during minor arrests. This tension between job opportunities and legal risks creates a unique environment where undocumented residents can find work but live with a constant threat of deportation. Number 9, Arizona. Coming in at number 9, we have Arizona. This state has had a long, heated relationship with immigration due to its border with Mexico. Arizona's undocumented population is about 320,000 strong, with many families having lived here for decades. These are people contributing to the economy, paying taxes, and doing the work that keeps the state running. Arizona has been a hotspot because of its proximity to the border. It's a natural first stop for many looking to build a new life. However, Arizona has been no stranger to controversy when it comes to immigration laws. Some might remember the infamous SB 1070, a law that required law enforcement to check immigration status during stops if there was reasonable suspicion. That law stirred up massive protests and still leaves a bitter taste for some residents. Despite this history, Arizona remains a place where people come to find work in agriculture, hospitality, and construction. Despite the strict laws, Arizona has a long-standing immigrant community that remains resilient. These families are deeply rooted in the state, facing challenges with remarkable perseverance. Many undocumented residents here are involved in social and cultural activities, adding to Arizona's diverse culture, from food festivals to community gatherings. Number 8, Georgia. Heading over to the East Coast, Georgia takes the 8th spot with around 370,000 undocumented immigrants. Now, you might not think of Georgia as a top state for undocumented residents, but with Atlanta's booming economy, it's become a major destination. In fact, Georgia's undocumented population has even had an impact on housing, agriculture, and local food production. So, if you're eating peaches or onions from Georgia, you might be enjoying the hard work of undocumented immigrants. But it's not all smooth sailing in the Peach State. Georgia has one of the strictest voter ID laws in the nation, and has seen intense debate over how to manage undocumented communities. The state is trying to balance its need for labor with its desire to enforce immigration laws, a tough mix that often leaves immigrants stuck in a legal gray area. But while opportunities are abundant, Georgia's laws regarding undocumented residents are strict. The state has some of the toughest laws on voter ID and verification, leading to debates about who should have access to public services. For undocumented immigrants, this means fewer protections and a higher risk of deportation, even for minor infractions. Georgia is one of those states where the immigrant community's presence is deeply felt, yet the policies don't always reflect a welcoming attitude. The economic need for immigrant labor contrasts with restrictive laws, creating an environment where undocumented residents are integral but always at risk. Number 7, New Jersey. Surprised? New Jersey takes the 7th spot with around 500,000 undocumented residents. This densely populated state has one of the highest immigrant populations per capita in the country. New Jersey's close proximity to New York City makes it a top choice for those seeking job opportunities without the steep costs of NYC. Plus, this state offers strong communities for immigrants, where people from all over the world come together and form neighborhoods that feel like home away from home. Undocumented immigrants in New Jersey find work in construction, food services, and retail. And despite the challenges, the state has taken steps to protect its immigrant population. Recently, New Jersey made the news for allowing undocumented residents to apply for driver's licenses. It's a move that not only helps immigrants, but also increases road safety for everyone. However, living in New Jersey as an undocumented resident isn't without its challenges. The high cost of living, especially in urban areas, means that many are working multiple jobs just to get by. Housing can be a particular struggle, as rising rents in cities like Newark and Jersey City force some to move to less expensive but less supportive communities. In many ways, New Jersey's immigrant community embodies the American dream. They're working hard, contributing to the economy, and hoping for a brighter future. The state's policies make life a little easier for undocumented residents, but financial struggles remain a daily reality. Number 6, Illinois. In 6th place, we have Illinois, home to an estimated 500,000 undocumented immigrants. Most of this population lives in the Chicago metro area, where there's a strong Latino community, plenty of job opportunities, and surprisingly, a more welcoming attitude than you might find elsewhere. Chicago's diversity makes it easier for undocumented residents to integrate into society, and for many families, Illinois has become a second home. However, Illinois has its challenges. Even though the state has sanctuary policies that limit cooperation with ICE, undocumented residents still face deportation risks. But they're also vital to industries like food processing, warehousing, and manufacturing, all major backbones of Illinois' economy. Chicago's economy, like the city itself, wouldn't be the same without its immigrant workforce. Despite these supportive policies, undocumented residents in Illinois still face challenges. The state's high taxes and cost of living, especially in the Chicago area, make it difficult for immigrant families to make ends meet. Many are working long hours, often at multiple jobs, to support their families and send money back home. Illinois' immigrant communities are resilient, and their contributions to the economy and culture are undeniable. From festivals celebrating Latino heritage to small businesses that reflect their diverse backgrounds, Illinois wouldn't be the same without its undocumented residents. Number 5, Virginia. Halfway through the list, Virginia clocks in with around 525,000 undocumented immigrants. Many of these immigrants settle around the D.C. metro area, making it an interesting blend of urban and suburban landscapes. The strong presence of government contractors, tech companies, and even service jobs has created a steady demand for labor, drawing immigrants to places like Arlington, Alexandria, and Fairfax County. Interestingly, Virginia's policies toward immigration are mixed, with some regions adopting sanctuary policies while others are stricter. Undocumented immigrants in Virginia are often caught between a rock and a hard place, working in essential roles while facing a constant risk of deportation. Virginia's policies on immigration vary widely depending on the region. Northern Virginia is generally more progressive, with local governments adopting policies that are friendlier to undocumented residents. However, in other parts of the state, immigration enforcement is stricter, creating a patchwork of policies that can make life challenging for immigrants. For undocumented residents, living in Virginia means navigating both opportunity and risk. The D.C. area offers strong immigrant communities and a supportive network, but the legal landscape remains complicated. Local authorities in some areas cooperate with ICE, making it risky for undocumented immigrants who might face deportation for minor offenses. Number 4, Florida. Next up is Florida, with an estimated 800,000 undocumented immigrants. As you might guess, many immigrants are concentrated in areas like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando. Florida's strong economy, warm climate, and large immigrant communities make it a natural draw for those coming to the U.S. for a better life. Plus, there's the appeal of tourism-related jobs and hospitality roles that are essential to Florida's economy. Life isn't without challenges here, though. Florida recently passed a law requiring employers to verify the immigration status of new hires, which could push some undocumented residents further into the shadows. Despite these hurdles, immigrants here are well integrated into Florida's communities and contribute to everything from the tourism industry to agriculture, helping keep the Sunshine State's economy humming. Florida's relationship with its undocumented residents is complex. They are essential to the state's economy and culture, yet they face growing challenges due to stricter laws. For many, Florida represents opportunity, but it also requires navigating a constant push and pull between the state's welcoming communities and increasingly restrictive policies. Number 3, New York. Taking the third spot, New York is home to about 1.1 million undocumented immigrants. Most of this population is concentrated in New York City, which has long been a melting pot of cultures from all over the world. For many undocumented immigrants, the city offers job opportunities, diversity, and a sense of community. Whether they're working in construction, food service, or retail, undocumented immigrants are a vital part of the city's economic engine. New York City has sanctuary policies in place, meaning local authorities don't cooperate with ICE in certain cases. This provides some relief for undocumented residents, but high living costs and the constant hustle of city life present their own set of challenges. It's a trade-off that many are willing to make for a shot at a better life. New York remains a place where undocumented residents can find opportunity, but it's not without sacrifice. The high costs, competitive job market, and challenges of urban life create daily hurdles. Yet for many, the promise of a better future keeps them here, pushing through the obstacles to make New York their own. Number 2, Texas. Texas claims the second spot with approximately 1.6 million undocumented immigrants. Texas's history and proximity to Mexico make it a natural entry point, and many immigrants have settled in cities like Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. Texas offers a wide variety of jobs in construction, agriculture, and service industries, and immigrants play a huge role in these fields. But Texas is a state with a complicated relationship with its undocumented residents. While certain cities like Austin have adopted sanctuary policies, the state itself is firmly against them. In fact, Texas passed a law making it illegal for cities to prevent police from cooperating with immigration authorities. This policy means that even a minor traffic violation can lead to deportation for some residents. For many, life in Texas means balancing the opportunities with the risks. Number 1, California. And finally, we've reached number 1, California. With around 2.2 million undocumented immigrants, this state has the highest number by far. California's size, economy, and immigrant-friendly policies make it a top destination. From the fields of the Central Valley to the urban centers of Los Angeles and San Francisco, undocumented immigrants are part of every industry here, from agriculture and hospitality to tech and beyond. California has some of the most progressive policies toward undocumented immigrants, including driver's licenses for all residents, regardless of status, and sanctuary policies in multiple cities. For many, California offers a sense of security and opportunity, but the high cost of living remains a challenge. Immigrants often struggle to find affordable housing and health care, making it a trade-off between security and economic stability. And there you have it, the top 10 states with the highest number of undocumented immigrants in the U.S. It's a complex topic that stirs up a lot of emotions and opinions. But one thing's clear: undocumented immigrants are here, they're working, and they're part of the fabric that makes these states what they are. Which state's placement surprised you the most? Or maybe you have a personal experience with this issue. Let us know down in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. You won't want to miss it.